The pace is slow, deliberate. Like the old monks, we move at the rhythm of creation, shaping stories one word at a time. Your eyelids are heavy. It's easy to let go now. If you wish, you can let your head fall back, rest it against something firm, maybe a pillow, a backrest, wherever you are, allowing yourself to sink into relaxation. Hands are relaxed in your lap or resting beside you, palms open, fingers loose. Inhale deeply and let the air fill your lungs. And then, as you breathe out, allow tension to drain from your muscles, shoulders, arms, neck, letting it all melt away with the breath. Feeling the support beneath you, grounding you, holding you. Feel the fabric against your skin, the cushion beneath you. Notice the details around you. What do you see? What do you hear? Soft rustlings, the distant caw of a crow, the whisper of wind chimes. What scents drift on the air? Fresh-cut grass, blooming flowers, the sweet aroma of vanilla. Or perhaps it's the earthy smell of petrichor after a rain. What do you feel right now? The warmth of the sun on your skin, the coolness of the shade on your face, the gentle pressure of clothing on your body. Take note of these sensations. Let them anchor you in the present moment. Now, bring your attention to the sounds around you. Are there birds singing nearby? Perhaps the distant hum of city life, the gentle murmur of a nearby stream. Maybe it's the rhythmic chirp of crickets. Close your eyes and let the melody of nature wash over you, soothing and calming, helping you to relax even more deeply. Imagine you are surrounded by a protective bubble. Within this space, you are completely safe, held in a cocoon of tranquility. Let any worries or concerns drift to the edges of your awareness, dissolving like mist in the morning sun. You are here now, fully present, allowing yourself to be at ease. Slowly begin to wiggle your toes. Move your feet and ankles, feeling the sensations in each wiggle and twitch. Inhale, and as you exhale, allow your legs to relax even more. Feel the connection of your legs and feet to the ground beneath you, grounding you, anchoring you to the earth. Feel the strength and stability of your legs as they support your body, allowing you to sit comfortably. As you continue to breathe deeply, bring your awareness to your hands. Curl your fingers, then uncurl them, feeling the relaxation in each movement. Rest your hands in your lap or on your knees, allowing them to be heavy and loose. Notice the sensations of your fingertips, the spread of your palms, the connection to your arms and the rest of your body. You are in a sanctuary of calm, cocooned off from the outside world. All that exists is this present moment, this feeling of tranquility, of being completely at ease. In this sacred space, you are free from distractions, fully present and deeply relaxed. Just rest here for a while longer. Embrace the serenity, the solitude, the comfort. Let it envelop you, soothe you, heal you. You deserve this moment of pure relaxation. So just keep breathing, keep feeling how the air of the scriptorium is cool, yet calm. With every breath, you are sinking further into the hush of this ancient place. Let the days slip away. There is only this quiet night and the slow movement of ink. The monk straightens his parchment, smoothing the edges with gentle fingers. The texture is firm animal skin, carefully stretched and prepared. This was parchment, vellum, the surface upon which centuries of wisdom was recorded. You can almost feel it under your fingertips, cool, faintly textured, the faint scent of lime and chalk used to cure it. A medieval truth. Each sheet was precious, no scrap wasted. Sometimes, if you look closely at old manuscripts today, you may see faint impressions of earlier writing because parchment was scraped and reused, layer upon layer of words. The monk knows this, and so his every stroke is careful. Every line must be right. The ink must fall steady. Scratch, scratch. The quill glides again. You hear it sing against the surface, a soft and soothing song of creation. Beyond the scriptorium, night deepens. The monastery breathes in silence, but not emptiness. Stone arches hold echoes of countless lives lived within their walls. From a distant hall, faint footsteps, the sound of sandals on stone. Someone carrying a lantern, perhaps, its glow spilling in trembling pools of light. The cloister garden lies beyond where herbs grow in neat squares, lavender and sage, rosemary and thyme. Their scents linger in the air, drifting on the breeze that slips through narrow windows. Imagine, the monks used these herbs not only for cooking, but for medicine, for healing, for comfort. And so in this monastery, every breath you take feels touched by care, by gentleness. At the far end of the scriptorium, a small hearth glows. The fire is low, embers shifting with a faint crackle. The warmth reaches just enough to take the chill from the stone walls. The monk pauses his writing, sets the quill down. He rubs his hands together, warming them, then stretches his fingers. Such work required stillness, but also strength. To sit for hours, to bend close, to shape each line that was as much devotion as prayer. The firelight glows across the room. Its orange flicker dances with the golden shimmer of the leaf on his page. It is a marriage of light fire and gold, candle and ink. And in that glow, your eyes feel heavier still, drawn to the warmth, drawn to the rhythm of calm. Suddenly, a soft sound, dong, dong, the bell of the monastery tolls. Low, resonant, each note ringing through stone and air, marking the passage of time. It is the bell of the hours. Monks rose, prayed, worked, and rested according to its rhythm. Their lives flowed with it, as steady as the seasons, as constant as the stars. Dong. Another note, slow, deep, patient. The sound settles into your chest, resonating through your bones. You feel it, not as noise, but as calm vibration. The monk bows his head at the sound, not hurried, not disturbed, simply acknowledging the flow of time, and returning, quietly, to his quill. He writes now of things long remembered. Perhaps scripture, perhaps a psalm, its verses curling like ivy across the page. The words themselves seem to hum with memory, as if thousands of voices before have spoken them, and thousands after will read them. Medieval scribes often left small notes in the margins, tiny glimpses of their humanity. Sometimes a prayer, sometimes a complaint. Oh, my hand is weary. Sometimes even a joke or a doodle faces animals or curling vines. Here too, your monk pauses, draws a tiny flourish at the edge of a letter. A curl of ink, a leaf, a vine. Not necessary, not demanded, but offered like a gift, a small smile hidden in the page. And as you watch, you smile too, because you see the warmth behind the labor, the quiet joy in the act of creation. Outside, the moon climbs. Its light spills silver over the cloister garden. Shadows stretch long, gentle, over herbs and stone paths. An owl calls, again who, its voice low, steady, ancient. The breeze stirs faintly, rustling leaves, brushing cool across your cheek. It is as if the whole night is alive, whispering softly to itself. Inside, the candle burns lower. The flame flickers, bends, dances. Shadows move across the stone walls like drifting spirits. But all is calm. All is safe. You feel the walls protect you, the silence cradle you, the rhythm of writing rock you gently, like a lullaby made of ink. The monk's breathing is steady. Slow inhale, slow exhale. You find yourself breathing with him, your chest rising and falling in the same calm rhythm. Even the sounds around you begin to fade into one another. The scratch of the quill, the flicker of the fire, the whisper of leaves, the hush of prayer. They all join into one soft hum, a lullaby of the monastery. And in this hum, you drift deeper, deeper into calm, deeper into the story. Rest your shoulders now. Let your hands soften. The quiet of the monastery wraps around you like a blanket. Every sound is gentle. Every flicker of light is kind. The day has ended, and here, only peace remains. The monk bends once more to his work. As he leans forward, the faint fragrance of beeswax candles drifts through the air. It mingles with the earthy scent of oak gall ink, the crispness of parchment, and the dry whisper of stone walls. This mixture of scents is unique, not sweet, not harsh, but grounding. It anchors you to this space, makes you feel as if you've stepped into a place where time itself has slowed. In medieval monasteries, candles were more than light. They were symbols of prayer. their flames rising like offerings toward heaven. The monks would often make them themselves, dipping tallow or beeswax, layer by layer, patient, slow, steady. And so, every candle here holds not just a flame, but devotion. Its glow whispers, "You are safe, you are held, you may rest." The silence deepens, yet suddenly you notice a soft patter, tiny feet, moving along the edge of the stone floor. A small mouse has entered the scriptorium. It pauses, whiskers twitching, drawn by the warmth of the fire. Its tiny claws tap faintly on the stones, almost inaudible, yet you hear it and smile. The monk notices too, but he does not shoo it away. He simply watches for a moment, his eyes gentle, and then returns to his writing. In truth, medieval scribes sometimes left little drawings of animals in their margins, cats, rabbits, even mice. Perhaps, on another page, this mouse, too, will live forever, inked into the corner of a psalm. The candle burns, the fire crackles, but now a new light enters. The moon, high above the cloister, sends silver beams through a narrow window. The light falls across the monk's desk, soft and pale. The gold leaf upon the parchment shimmers faintly under its touch. The ink shines wet and deep, like shadows captured in liquid form. The monk lifts his gaze for a moment. He looks out through the small window at the night sky. Stars scatter across the heavens, ancient and countless. In the Middle Ages, monks often charted the stars, believing the heavens themselves were scriptures written in patterns of light. Imagine, to them, every constellation carried meaning. Every movement of the moon a reminder of order, of mystery, of divine design. The monk whispers a prayer beneath his breath, a soft offering to the quiet sky. And then, he dips his quill once more. Watch his hands now. They are not hurried. Every movement has its place. Dip, lift, touch to parchment. Draw the line. There is a rhythm here, hypnotic in its steadiness. The dip of the quill into ink, the gentle pause to let the excess drip away, the slow stroke across the page. You begin to feel this rhythm in your own body, your breath rising and falling in time with the quill, your thoughts quieting, falling into line, like the letters forming on parchment. Scratch, scratch, pause, scratch, scratch, pause. A meditation in motion. Silence in the scriptorium is not empty. It is full, alive, breathing. It hums faintly, like a presence unseen. In monasteries, silence was a discipline, a gift. It was said that silence taught the soul to listen, to hear more than words, to notice the flicker of a candle, the sigh of wind, the beating of one's own heart. And so here, in this stillness, you too begin to listen, to hear not only the scratch of the quill, but the deeper hush beneath it, the silence that holds you, surrounds you, comforts you, like warm wool, like soft earth, like the steady presence of stone walls. This silence invites you to sink deeper, and the monk reaches the end of his parchment. He sets the quill aside, carefully, so the nib does not splinter. He lifts the sheet, breathes gently across it, drying the ink. Then, with reverence, he sets it aside and reaches for a new page. The sound is delicate parchment, lifted, shifted, placed flat again. It is like the whisper of wings, the rustle of leaves in summer air. And so, the work begins anew. A new surface, empty, waiting. A new chance for words to be born. The monk dips his quill again, and the cycle repeats. Slow, calm, unhurried. Your eyes feel heavier now. The soft repetition of sounds has begun to lull you deeper. The flicker of candlelight grows hazy in your imagination. The rhythm of quill and breath merges with your own. You are drifting, not lost, but carried, like ink flowing across a page, like a boat gliding across still water. Your mind grows softer, quieter. Each thought drifts past like a cloud, slow, harmless. You do not need to hold them. You only need to rest. The monk pauses once more. He sets down the quill, folds his hands, and bows his head. This time, his prayer is longer, a soft murmur, words indistinct, rising like smoke, You may not understand the language, but you feel the meaning. Peace, gratitude, stillness. It is as if he is blessing not just the page before him, but you as well. His prayer moves through the candlelight, through the quiet air, and wraps around you. You are safe. You are at rest. You are cherished in this moment. The quill dips again. The ink flows again, and night drifts further to this sacred space. Let us begin our nightly meditation. Close your eyes. Relax your breath. Let it flow in and out like a tide. With every exhale, feel the stillness of the monastery gather around you, warm and protective. The night continues, but here time feels endless, soft, forgiving. The candle burns lower. Its wax melts slowly, forming tiny rivulets that glisten in the glow. Every so often, a drop slips down the side, cooling, solidifying, like frozen honey. Listen to the faint hiss as the wick bends, the tiny crackle of fire tasting the air. It is the smallest sound, yet it fills the silence with comfort. Here in the scriptorium, candles are not hurried. They burn as they will, steady and patient, mirroring the monk's own work. Both flame and quill move with a shared purpose, slow, calm, devoted. Beyond the walls, the garden waits. Though the night is deep, you can still sense it. Rows of herbs, lavender, mint, rosemary, chamomile. Their fragrance drifts faintly through the open stone window. In medieval times, such gardens were called physic gardens. They were planted with care, each herb chosen for healing. Lavender for calm, chamomile for rest, sage for strength. Imagine the monks, in daylight, moving quietly among the rows, clipping leaves, drying them, storing them in wooden boxes. Their work was as patient as their prayers, and always in harmony with the earth. And so the air that enters the scriptorium tonight is touched with this fragrance of healing. It curls softly around you, easing your breath, loosening your muscles. The moon has shifted now, climbing higher. The stars stretch further across the sky. Their silver light pours through the window, spilling across the desk. For a moment, the monk looks up again. His eyes rest upon Orion, its belt bright and steady. Perhaps he recalls how in his youth he traced these same stars in wonder. Monks of old often believed the heavens reflected divine order. They studied them, wrote about them, sometimes even illustrated the constellations in their books. To them, the night sky was another scripture, and as you gaze with him, you too feel the stars watching kindly. Ancient lights, burning with patience, whispering, "You belong here. You are safe beneath our glow." The monk returns to his writing, but as he does, his mind drifts. Perhaps he remembers his first days in the monastery. The sound of his teacher's voice, the first time he touched a quill, uncertain, trembling, and slowly, with years, the trembling became steadiness. The quill no longer foreign, but a part of him. Each line no longer work, but prayer. You sense that in every stroke of his hand, there are echoes of memory. The sound of mentors long gone, the warmth of voices that guided him. The hush of halls walked by countless feet before his. And in that memory, you too feel connected. Not alone, but part of a long, unbroken chain. A river of lives, flowing gently into the present. The embers in the hearth glow faintly, their light softer now, like the last blush of sunset. But listen closely, they still whisper, a faint pop, a soft sigh, tiny sparks shifting in the ash, as if speaking a language of rest. Fire was sacred in the medieval world. It gave warmth, cooked meals, lit darkness. But it was also mystery flickering, changing, alive. The monk glances toward the fire, as if to honor it. His lips move in silent thanks. Then he bows his head once more to the page. And you, too, feel gratitude. For the flame, for the ink, for this night that cradles you. From beyond the scriptorium, faint voices rise again. The monks gather in the chapel for nocturnal prayer. Their chant flows, low and steady, weaving into the silence. A plainchant, unhurried. Its notes simple yet timeless. No harmony, no rushing, only a single stream of sound, pure and calm. It echoes through the stone halls, each note lingering. The vibrations hum through the very floor beneath you. And as you listen, You feel it soothes you like a lullaby. The chant is not just sound, it is the heartbeat of the monastery itself, and you, resting here, are rocked gently by its rhythm. Your eyes grow heavy once more. The candle's flame flickers, its edge is soft. The scratch of the quill feels more distant, as if carried on a breeze. The monk's world is steady, patient, quiet, and slowly it becomes your world, too. Your body loosens, your thoughts slow. Your breath becomes the rhythm of ink and fire. You are drifting, not away, but deeper into the hush of the scriptorium, into the cradle of the monastery, into the safety of night. At last, the monk lifts his head once more. He sets the quill aside, folds his hands gently, and bows his head. This time, his prayer feels directed toward you. Though no words are spoken aloud, you sense their meaning, a blessing for your rest, a wish for your peace, a prayer that tonight your dreams be kind, your heart untroubled. The candle flickers in agreement, the stars outside glow brighter, and the whole monastery seems to whisper, "Sleep, traveler, rest, you are safe in these walls. You are held in this night." The ink dries, the candle sighs, and the silence deepens to this sanctuary of sound. Welcome to this place of shared silence. Here, amidst the echoes of ages past, we gather, not with voices loud, but with hearts open, ready to listen, ready to find solace. Let go now. Let your thoughts soften like parchment under gentle hands. The old monastery is vast and still. Dust motes dance in the pale moonlight that spills through high windows. You are here, in the scriptorium, the room where monks copied ancient texts, where words became treasures, where stories found new life on vellum pages. Tonight, the air is heavy with the scent of aged paper and leather. Around you, shelves hold countless volumes, their spines whispering tales of distant lands and forgotten lore. The fire has died down in the hearth, leaving only glowing embers that reflect in your thoughtful eyes. In the scriptorium, the monk writes. His quill dances across the parchment, guided by a practiced hand. Each stroke a prayer, each letter a hymn. He writes the words of wisdom, pouring his devotion into each stroke. And tonight, his words flow with an otherworldly grace. This was a truth of medieval manuscripts. The margins were often alive, not just with vines, but with strange beasts, faces, and jokes. Even in solemn texts, scribes would leave traces of their humanity, little smiles hidden in ink. And so in the silence, you imagine this monk's tiny bird. It sings, softly, though no sound escapes. Its presence on the page is light-hearted, kind. A reminder that even in discipline, there is joy. Outside, the wind stirs, rustling the leaves of ancient trees. Their branches scrape against the weathered stone walls of the monastery, composing a haunting melody. Rain patters softly against the glass panes of the high windows, creating a peaceful, rhythmic sound. Somewhere in the distance, a dog barks twice. Then silence descends once more. Each tick-tock of the old clock on the wall is a heartbeat of time passing. It reminds the monk of his vows, his purpose, his place in the grand tapestry of faith. For you, it is a metronome of calm, guiding your awareness deeper into the present moment. In this timeless space, you find yourself enveloped by tranquility. The scent of incense lingers in the air, mingling with the earthy aroma of aged books, creating a fragrance that speaks of devotion and serenity. You rest your elbows on the cool surface of the desk. Your gaze drifts to the single candle flame dancing on the far side of the room. Its soft glow paints flickering shadows on the wall, creating a mesmerizing display of light and dark. As you watch, mesmerized, the flame seems to pulse with a life of its own. A low rumble echoes through the scriptorium, a sound both ancient and familiar. It is the tolling of a distant bell carried on the evening breeze. Each toll reverberates within the chamber, resonating with a haunting beauty that stirs something deep within your soul. The bell's mournful cry carries on the wind, weaving its magic through the aged stones. For the monks, it was a call to prayer, a summons to worship. For you, it is a siren of slumber, beckoning you to let go, to surrender to the velvet embrace of night. As the final notes of the bell fade into silence, you find yourself enveloped by the scriptorium's hushed embrace. The fire crackles softly in the hearth, its flames licking at the logs like eager tongues. Embers glow warmly, casting dancing shadows on the stone walls. Outside, the night wind whispers tales of distant lands, rustling through the trees and sighing through the cracks in the ancient walls. Yet within these four quiet walls, you are cocooned off from the world's clamor. And then, as if echoing your own thoughts, the monk speaks. His voice, a rich baritone, resonates through the chamber, weaving a tapestry of sound that envelops you completely. The earth keeps turning, he murmurs, his gaze fixed on the flickering candle flame. The night will hold you. Morning will come gently. His words settle around you like a comforting blanket, wrapping you in their warmth and wisdom. With each word, tension eases from your shoulders, melting away into the scriptorium's embrace. You lean back, allowing the weight of the world to lift from your chest, and in the scriptorium, cradled by the ghosts of monks past, you drift into the deepest of slumbers, your breaths growing slow and even. The sounds of the scriptorium weave a soothing melody that lulls you into a state of profound breath in and a gentle breath out. The stillness of the monastery folds around you, like woolen blankets warmed by fire. The night is almost complete, yet it stretches endlessly in its calm. Beyond the scriptorium lies the monastery's library. Rows of shelves, carved from oak, hold countless manuscripts, some simple, some gilded with gold. Each a treasure, each a voice from the past. Imagine walking there in your mind. The air is cool, carrying the scent of leather and parchment. The silence is deep, but not empty. It hums with memory. These books were written by hands just like the monks tonight. Hands steady, hearts patient, lives devoted. And as you drift deeper, you realize their words were not only for their time, they are for yours too. A bridge across centuries, carrying peace. Step softly now. The stone corridor stretches long, lit only by torches and moonlight. Your footsteps echo faintly, yet the sound does not disturb the peace. The arches above curve like arms, holding the night gently. Their shadows play across the floor, weaving patterns of quiet beauty. This corridor, like so much of the monastery, was built not for haste, but for patience. Each stone placed with devotion, each line drawn toward heaven. And as you walk it in your imagination, you feel yourself growing lighter, your burdens slipping from your shoulders, your heart softening, your eyes growing dimmer, the sounds of the world receding, until all that remains is the echo of your breath. At the end of the corridor, the chapel waits. Its doors stand open, as if inviting you inside. The space is dim, yet filled with presence. Candles flicker near the altar. The scent of incense lingers in the arisen smoke, a sweetness that clings to the stone. Here, the monks have prayed for centuries, their voices rising in chant, then fading into silence. Tonight, the space is hushed, holding only the faint echo of their devotion. You step in quietly. The silence welcomes you, enfolds you, soothes you. At the altar, one last candle burns. Its flame is small, steady, unwavering. The wax has almost melted away, yet the light remains. You watch as the flame dances gently. It does not fear its ending. It glows simply, beautifully, until the last. There is a lesson in this candle, a softness in its steady glow, a reminder that even small lights can warm vast spaces, that even the faintest flame is enough to bring comfort. And so, this candle becomes your light tonight. Its glow follows you into your dreams. Its warmth rests within your heart. The monk has followed you here, though quietly, almost unseen. He stands beside you, his hands folded, his eyes gentle. He does not speak aloud, but his presence is blessing enough. You feel it in the air around you come, steady, kind. If he were to speak, perhaps he would say, "You have done enough. You are enough. You may rest now." And though no words pass his lips, you hear them within you. They echo softly, soothingly, until they become your own thought. I may rest now. I am safe. I am held. The candle flickers. The chapel hushes. The stars outside shimmer quietly, and you are drifting. Your breath is slow. Your body is heavy. Your thoughts are gentle clouds, moving silently across a wide sky. You do not need to hold on. You do not need to do anything. You are simply carried into rest. The ink of the monastery has become part of you now. Not words on parchment, but a feeling in your heart. Stillness, peace, sleep. The monk bows his head once more. The candle gives its final sigh. The chapel falls into complete silence. And the night, the deep, endless, calming night, wraps itself fully around you. You are safe. You are cherished. You are free to sleep. The monastery holds you. The ink has blessed you. The night will keep you. Sleep now, deeply, peacefully, until dawn.